Hey there, gang. So I showed you a little demonstration of the Endorphins Ghost, the hologram chroma console, the Chase Bliss Lossy, and now I have the Endorphins Golden Master. So I'll do a little demonstration of all of those together in stereo, but we'll get back to that shortly because I want to show you what would be a typical performance board for me. I just put together a board. It's approximately 20 inches by 11, and it encapsulates all of what I feel are the necessary tools for me to do cinematic lap steel free improvisation, whether I'm playing solo or with my group, the London Experimental Ensemble. And I'll just do a quick performance with that so you can check that out and hear all the stuff. I even have a couple of new things, but this would be a typical board that I would use because it's mono. It's not stereo, it's mono, because if I'm playing live with the group, I mean, I can just play into one amp, whether it's at a club or even if we're in the studio, I can't really set up two amps. I would just blow out the rest of the group. It's a very dynamic sort of thing. I mean, free improvisation is dynamic to begin with, but it's a very dynamic group, and having two amps would just be silly, frankly. I can play in stereo at home and create ambient cinematic things that way, but not with the group. It's mono. So this is the more practical use of what I would do. So let's take a look at that, and then I'll do a quick performance, and I will have the camera on my feet again so you can see what I'm doing. I'll try not to make it too long a performance. Okay, so let's look at the board first. Okay, let's look at this board real quick. So you can see the Endorphins Chroma Console Lossy stereo board behind there. We'll be getting back to that. So this board, let's start at the end. It's the Capitalist Death Cult UFOM. Don't ask me what that stands for. Time Machine, M-A-S-H-E-E-N. And it's two different reverbs. It's this side, the switch to this side has all these, and the switch to this side has all these, and you switch it with this preset controller on the side. What I love about it is it really, it just complements the guitar sound. I'm using the flange verb with just a little bit of flange, but you almost don't hear it. It's more of a ringing sort of thing. It's somewhere between a spring and, I guess, a plate, but the way it responds to the guitar is very complimentary and natural. And then, of course, you have all those different reverbs. So, hey, great, right? I love it. It sounds fantastic. It just complements the guitar for a mono signal. Then, everybody's been asking about the Moyo volume pedal. You can see it's just a little smaller than my large hand, but it's just got a great draw and treadle. It doesn't mess with your tone. It's super small. You can see how small it is. Fantastic. Highly recommended on Reverb. It's like 130 bucks. It's one of the best things I ever bought. This is a fairly recent addition. It's the BL52 phase resonator. So I loved the Dweller by Old Blood Noise, and this is just the phase resonator part with a drawbar for the clock. I might get the Dweller again. I loved the Dweller. But what I love about a phase resonator is it's almost a reverb, but it has this ringing feedback, almost ring mod-y sort of. It's just a great textural tool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, especially in combination with reverb and delay. And then, of course, the Pladask Elektrisk Feber. Love it. What I use it most in combination with, I mean, I use ring mod a lot on its own, and I love having the switch for step, sequencer, and so forth. And it's really a great sounding ring mod. but I use it in combination a lot with my 12-position custom wah from Wilson Effects. Kevin Wilson is a genius, and this is the thickest, fattest, richest wah I've ever used. And I use it with ring mod. You'll see in the video how I use them together. There's a certain position in the wah in combination with the ring mod that just kind of takes you to outer space. It's a textural thing. I love it. The Midair by Nordvang is new, but it's really just if I want a little more kind of like thicker, dumbly overdrive, but I love that I can also just use the boost by itself, and I've got it tuned nicely. The Source Audio EQ2. This is really important because I saw that video that, you know, GFI Systems, who I love, just came out with a new EQ pedal, and it's fantastic, but it's $400, and they had this one preset called Guitar Sweetener, and I'm like, oh man, that's fantastic. Well, because of the app capabilities of Source Audio's stuff, I was able to recreate the Guitar Sweetener. I'll probably share that with the Source Audio community, and man, oh, it's just so beautiful. I had to use it, so that's key. Love Source Audio products, big time. Another new one is the Tark. It's a preamp based on the Tascam 144. These are my settings, and those are important because I'm just using it for an always-on preamp. It's a colorizer. It's so important, I can't even tell you. It's essential, absolutely essential. I just can't believe how great it is. And then, so let's go back down first before we go to the top again. So the Mood, this is just, it's just the first version of the Mood. It's a limited edition colorway, I think. But I have it for a reverse, textured, lo-fi, reverse, repeating sort of low clock setting. And then, of course, sometimes I use the sampling side. This is another new one. This is the Dystopia from Anasounds. Oh my God, you'll see me use it in the video. This freaking thing, when you turn up the middle knob in the modulation section, it just does some crazy pitch stuff. It's unbelievable. It sounds fantastic. And the preamp is superb. You can almost use it as an overdrive. You see, I've got it turned down to about 10 o'clock because it can tend to overwhelm things unless you want that, and that's fine. The Bygones, I have a bunch of presets, but I mainly use it as a repeater, stutter, granular, tapey, noise, tremmy thing. And I just only use that first preset usually. That works for me. The Zoom MS50G. Oh my God, let me count the ways I love you. This, I've got 29 presets with this, and thankfully I can switch through them with the Disaster Area DMC Micro. Yes, the DMC Micro, you know, I've spoken about it before and I love it. It's one of the, I don't know, it's one of the few devices I know about that can switch through the presets on this. So it's great. So what I do is every other preset's blank. I just have the line selector so that it's all clean when you're switching, and I can just go through all my presets. So if I want nothing, I just go one to the left or right, and then it'll be another preset that I have set after that, and so on and so forth. My basic preset, though, is a slightly detuned, slightly vibrato slapback before the gain, and I use that as a doubler. I also have an amazing, watch when I hit the switch, it changes to my shallow water setting. But the shallow water setting, which, by the way, I've owned the shallow water twice, this gets really, really close. I have a video online about that if you want to see how to do it. It's great. But just for a little doubling and a little texture, but I have, like I said, like 27 other patches besides those two. And then the Bondi Squish As, which is used very, very gently. as you can see. And then my friends at Ranger Effects, David Ranger and his crew, I've been to visit them at their office in London a couple times. They sent me this. What I love about this is you turn it on, and I use it a lot with the ring mod, but you turn it on, you get the flange, but then you press on the Igor, the expression, and it stutters. Fantastic. You'll see me use that. And then last but not least, I just got the Pete Cornish NG3, my own Pete Cornish NG3. I got very lucky, had one. I guess somebody else ordered one and then didn't take it. And I was like, gimme. So I got my own Mad King Edmund NG3. So that's the board. And let's just do a quick little demonstration. I'll run through almost all of the pedals to show you how I use them in mono as opposed to the stereo board. So thanks for watching. Let's do a little playing. Okay, so there you have it. I tried to hit everything. I think I hit everything except the midair because just didn't need it. And even when I kicked the cornice on, it didn't swamp everything because of the settings on the cornice were just for kind of like thick singing fat, whatever I had last. I didn't even give it that much thought. And you saw the wah with the ring mod and the combination of things. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like that can create a lot of color. So I hope you dug it. Just a little quick demonstration. If you have any questions, like I said, give me a shout. Peace.